family? You tapped into the DOA TBM. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content and updates. Shit.
In terms of the media, it's kind of crazy because when we think of the media, as you say, it has its effect on just, I guess, how people see things. Somebody who's been recently back in the media has been OJ Simpson, and he done a string of interviews. Now, OJ's always been, such a polarizing topic in one aspect. People swear on how good they find the judicial system to be, but then at the same time, when he was found innocent, there were people that still will refute that, and they will say, he was guilty. And then, you've got all this stuff going on now with the Kardashians, and they've been bringing OJ's name involved because people have started to see how far he goes back with the family and stuff, because, there wasn't that level of celebrity status with the Kardashian family as there is now. So, have you seen anything from this new OJ interview? He talking about some of the time spent in prison, and did he kill Nicole and Brown Goldman?
Yeah, I saw it. And it was long as shit. But I saw it, man. And my take on it is, anybody who plays sports or played football, professional, high school, Pop Warner, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We all know after football, your legs is gone. A lot of your body, they hurting. A lot of these players is hurting. You know what I'm saying? We was y'all kind of young when the OJ shit kind of came out, but we grown now, so we get to analyze it and critique it and all that. And what I get from it on some real shit is a man who, whatever was going on with that situation, he didn't do it. I feel like OJ didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are going to disagree and have a lot of things to say about that, but I feel like OJ didn't do it. And I kind of sense that it's something bigger and higher what's going on with that whole situation, to where it has him not even talking about it. To me, I feel like that shit was an orchestrated hit. Ain't no man gonna kill they wife that you didn't have kids and bear kids with. OJ is very much about his kids. So why would he risk his life and his kids and sacrifice his kids' life to kill their mother? You feel me? I feel like it's something extra that was going on, and the reason why he would let the blame go on himself is because of the fact of he was trying to protect his kids.
Yeah, I think there's definitely way more to it than I think people are willing to give some credence to the situation. It was reported that she was involved with, different people within the party scene and the drug scene and the mafia scene and all that sort of stuff. And
Right.
there was also other strings of hits that went on around that time. Some people feel as though, OJ wasn't smart enough. And when we say smart enough, it's not that we're advocating that type of criminality, but saying he wouldn't have been smart enough to pull off such a thing that to the level.
OJ was living in a white world at that time. You got to realize, even though he's a black man, of course he knows he's black, but he was living in a white world at that time, to where, of course, you'd be blind. You'd be like, I'm OJ. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I feel like something is bigger that came on with that murder. How vicious it was. You know what I'm saying? How vicious it was. And at the end of the day, too, it kind of went to where it wasn't about who was right or who really did it. It kind of went to the left, like a black man on trial. You know what I'm saying? And he got off. But I just wish he would have been smart enough to not come out with no book talking about what if I did it and all that type of shit. That's shenanigans, and that's why they was really on him.
Yeah, I think they pressed him some kind of way for that, or maybe made him do it some type of way. But let's check out this clip. I think it's quite interesting from OJ new interview, and he speaks a bit about serving time in prison when eventually he was locked up after he went to retrieve some of his memorabilia that had been stolen from him.
Set up.
We
That was a setup.
managed a lot of the games. I would have to clean all the weight, spread all down and everything, and that's essentially was my job. Then by the time lunch came around, you can do pretty much what you want. The yard was always open. It's interesting. There was this guy. He was from Texas. And evidently he had something to do with the A-dubs, maybe the original A-dubs. And he was a Texan, and I don't know why he was there, but I guess they were getting him away from Texas, And A-dubs are the Aryan warriors, and they're the probably most militant of the Aryan. Well, he never really spoke to me. I didn't speak to him. But, I'd be cleaning this stuff. He'd come up, pump some iron. It was pretty cool. Then one day he said to me, out of the blue, after about a year, he said, man, I don't know how you do it. I just looked at him. He says, I had an argument with my old lady that you didn't get beat up here. And she wouldn't believe me because she says it was on TV and it's in the media.
That you were getting beat up?
Yeah, the National Enquirer and TMZ had so many stories about me, right? It's funny because there was about 15 banks of phones on the yard, 15 phones. And if I told you how many times when I'm walking the yard, guys would say, hey, man, tell my old lady nobody beat you up. Hey, man, these guys be arguing with their old ladies because they would be writing all these crazy stories, about me almost getting shivved, and I'm crying on the yard because these guys were attacking me. At one point, I had a gay gang that protected me. It's just crazy. But anyway, the guy said to me, he says, I don't know how you do it. I said, man, I just don't pay any attention to it.
You personally never had any confrontations in there?
No, I had an argument or two over some stupid thing, but never where it reached a point where there could be a confrontation. And I think most of the guys knew that it wouldn't be good for them to have a confrontation with me.
For sure.
Why?
Because so many friends, so many of the shot callers were my friends.
Yeah, so that was a short clip. I think what's interesting about that clip is OJ, he sounded like he was walking the yard like a G. He was
right. He's out there. OJ is hood out there making penitentiary spreads.
It reminded me of the Paul Mooney comedy sketch where he said, ain't nobody messing with no damn OJ. He's like, people talking about messing with OJ. Ain't nobody gonna mess.
No, ain't nobody messing with OJ. But at the same time, it gave him a reality check and brought him down 1,000 to reality. You know what I mean? But like I said, I look at OJ and he looked like a man to me that loves his kids so much that he'll take the rap for all that and let people think what they want to think or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But OJ didn't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm rolling with the juice.
And OJ talking about some white man tried to carjack his car. He bit him. Nigga, come on. Nobody tried to do that to OJ. You know what OJ could do with a knife in 5 minutes? I didn't mess with no goddamn OJ. The werewolf could jump in the car with OJ and look over there and see it's OJ and then jump his ass right back out. What's that white man's name that used to play Superman? Christopher Reeve. Put him in the car with OJ. Said, Chris, stay here with me. He'll walk his ass up out of there. I ain't gonna mess with no goddamn OJ.
Yeah, definitely. I've been, riding with the Jeep, but it's just crazy that, so many years later, something that's still, that was probably one of the biggest trials of the modern time that we know,
The reason why how important we knew this trial was is because everybody knew exactly where they were when that trial popped off. When Al Cowlings was driving down the street, I was at a pager shop, me and my homeboy, and we seen him. He passed right by us. We was off of Arbor Vita and Aviation in LA in Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? That's a real homeboy. because he didn't know if OJ really did that or not. You know what I'm saying? But he still was rolling with him. So big up to Al Cowens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he scooped. Didn't he scoop him up in that Bronco?
Yeah, you ain't never had a friend like me on some hot shit.
Yeah, he came through, man.
Right, he's a G. He's a G too.
Yeah, I like I definitely gotta check out more of Paul Mooney's bits, because every time I hear this story, it just reminds me of some of his takes on the situation. He's like, 2 niggas in a white Bronco hiding from who?
Right. Right. You know what I mean? It was the biggest case in the world. You know, a lot of people was mad because OJ had got off, but it's like they didn't stop. They hit him with the civil case. Even though he beat the original case, they hit him with the civil case, the wrongful death. Then they couldn't get him on that. I think they broke him on with some money. You know, they broke his pockets, but then they had somebody steal his memorabilia and like, OJ, we got your Heisman trophy, we have your USC jersey. Of course he gonna come. All they needed was a recording of him and a pistol, and he was a go. He was gone, and that's what happened.
I mean, what do you think about celebrities having different takes? I mean, you know, in one aspect, as we mentioned, Paul Mooney and other comedians, I believe Damon Wayans had a funny OJ skit. Chris Rock, a few people have done different takes, but we've seen like you know, people take, I guess, a different stance. Like I seen a video on YouTube with Steve Harvey, and he was speaking to some of Ron Goldman's family, and he was like, "Oh, you know, OJ killed everybody in that driveway." And I was thinking, how does Steve Harvey get away with putting out a statement?
Steve Harvey said that?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up.
But you know what, Steve Harvey, he has no room to say nothing. And he wrote that book talking about the 3-month rule. He didn't wait 3 months to get with his wife, Margie, the one he with. And somebody should have put a challenge on Steve Harvey. If he's lying about sleeping with his wife beforehand, then he have to cut his mustache off.
I think he was doing a bit of pandering on the show, you know, because, you know, I know everybody got it's a polarizing case. Everybody, as we said, got different thoughts to it, but let's hear what Steve had to say.
You know something, man? Johnny Cochran, who's a friend of mine, he had put the system on trial.
Right.
Not OJ.
Right.
He put the system.
Yeah.
OJ killed everybody in that driveway. Let's just to hell with all this. OJ killed.
No, you know damn well.
Johnny.
When Steve said that, look at Cuban face. Cuban like, I can't believe he said that.
Put the system on trial.
Right.
Not OJ.
Right.
He put the system.
Yeah.
OJ killed everybody in that driveway.
Oh, wow.
Let's just to hell with all this. OJ killed both them people. Yeah, that's cool. He killed everybody over there.
Steve.
I mean, I hate to laugh, but it's only because there's the conviction. It's like you don't want nobody to say anything.
They ain't got a damn footprint, fingerprint. They ain't got nothing. All it's in your ride. It's in your truck. Come on. Okay, but now here's the deal.
I could give you information that would refute all of that, but why? I mean, I get it. If OJ came out of jail today and he said, I did it, I killed those people, it's people like you would say, prison broke that man, I knew it, he killed him, and people who believe he's innocent would say, prison broke that man, see, they brainwashed him to believe that he did it. So that's why we're not here to convince anybody and change your beliefs.
Yeah, not you with the movie. I am. Yeah. No, I'm cool with you, Cuban. No, I'm really cool with you.
Fair enough.
That's cool. See, they gave me a talk show. I talk. I say what it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that
Steve what it is, all right.
He like they gave me a talk show.
Man, that's terrible. See, what I got from that, Steve Harvey wanted to keep them ratings up and all that, looking like Yogi the Bear. Don't Steve Harvey look like Yogi the Bear in the face of Boo Boo with some picnic baskets looking ass?
Yeah, Steve, you know, he definitely, you know, and I'm a Steve Harvey fan, but yeah, he definitely down bad for that one. I think, Even Cuba,
Right.
Cuba had to laugh. Cause Cuba, like, you know, the way he said that with that conviction.
The way he said
it. Like, I think like his producer.
He said, "Who else did it?"
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And maybe his producer or somebody got in his ear and said, "You know what would be good? I think if we want you to condemn OJ, you know, and
That's terrible. He would say that on national TV. Talk about he killed them people, just like that toupee killed Steve Harvey. Everybody knew that there was a toupee on the Steve Harvey show. He should be talking about that instead of downing another black man. It killed that too. He should have killed that toupee that was on the Steve Harvey show. That's what he should have did.
Yeah, we need some sound effects for that. Yeah, Steve, that high power rug.
Shout Factory TV, changing the channel.
I knew there was something wrong with OJ after the trial when that nigga ran to England. Why would a nigga go to England? Nigga, go to Africa, get some backup. Slow. Because white folks on a mission, they are wearing him out. He calls 911 so much they put him on hold. So OJ calls up every 2 seconds, put him on hold. So tired of that nigga. That nigga's on my nerves. Call up talking crazy, saying shit he knows we can't believe. I'm dating a black woman. Nigga, stop calling here telling us stuff we can't believe. I'm dating this white girl. She on cocaine. I'm trying to help. Nigga, stop. And white folks all be ashamed of themselves, trying to take that nigga's trophy. You can't have that nigga's trophy. I don't care what happened. You can't have it.
Right.
He earned that trophy with his talent. You can't have it. And you ain't gonna get it. White folks, you ain't gonna get it. He hid that trophy where he hid them shoes and knife. You ain't finding shit.
Oh, there we go. Walk from the Paul Mooney, you know,
Paul Mooney. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney.
I mean, you know, I think I miss that type of comedy though, man. I think there needs to be more of that type of comedy out there, man. I've just everybody
they killed it. They killed it. All this, everybody being sensitive and hella sensitive. You can't say nothing no more. They kill comedy with that.
Yeah. But you take that, just that little bit right there, he took all aspects of the, situation and poke fun at it, it's like, it is what
I've never heard that from Steve Harvey, him saying that. That is absolutely terrible for him to say something.
And that's all on YouTube, and it titled on the Steve Harvey on ENQUIRIES. As you heard him, he was quite proud. This is my show. To me, it seemed a bit forced, like he was not like I don't say somebody told him to say it, but
he kissing ass, like he was kissing some ass.
Yeah, I don't know about timelines, but we remember the time when Monique was getting into it with like Lee Daniels and this one and that one, and did kind of say Steve Harvey was throwing her under the bus a bit and being a bit, and he was like, you got to get this money. You remember he was telling her get the money over over principles kind of thing. So it's not too surprising. And I like Steve. The Steve Harvey show cool.
I used to like Steve until I heard he was hating on Bernie Mac, and that's when after that I started calling him a peanut butter and jelly face ass a sucker for hating on Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah, we definitely ain't playing that.
Don't play that. We ain't playing that. So ever since then, Steve ain't perfect and ain't nobody perfect. But at the same time, for you to go on there and blatantly down the man, was you there to see? You talk about who else did it? Who else did it?
He said it like such vehemence, like he was there. Man.
He sounded like them hating white people. That's what he sounded like he's trying to get some ratings.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
That's what it is.
He want that
makes Steve cut his mustache off.
Yeah, I need about some more Paul Mooney, man, because to me he had the best take on it.
He had the best take on it. He just telling the truth. And back in those times of comedy, you could say what you wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? From the Eddie Murphys to the Paul Mooney's to the George Carlins to the, you know what I'm saying? People was saying what they wanted to say.
Yeah, Joe Carlin, they were true speakers, man. They they put that out there. They weren't playing around.
OJ, like I said, that's what make the case one of the America's in history's type of top cases, because did he do it or did he didn't do it? But the real people know that OJ wasn't able to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? And why would you do that? You know what I mean? Okay, she was loose and doing the things that she was doing, but that seemed like more of an orchestrated hit to me.
Yeah, I believe so too, man. That boy, to me, that boy ain't did that. Yeah, that boy, to me, that boy ain't did that. But
about OJ.
Let's wind down with some of this Mooney, and you guys let us know in the comments what y'all think you did.
But Johnny, don't Johnny talk shit? Baby, Johnny can get you off. That nigga rhyme, they gotta let a nigga go. That nigga can rhyme you out of jail. He got OJ off with that glove. It don't fit or quit. Nicole was a hoe. You gotta let him go. That nigga will run. He got Puffy off. What's Puffy changed his name to what? Oh, he should have changed it to Lucky Nigga, because he was. He rhymed him out. The gun wasn't in the car. It wasn't at the bar. That OJ trial was deep, wasn't it? And white folks can talk to animals. They wore that dog out. Was it a Akita, a Japanese dog? Did they wear that dog out? Come on, we'll give you a show like Lassie, a Gentle Ben, Oh Yellow. Come on, you saw OJ do it. Say OJ did it. Come on, dog. The dog tried. Oh. That's it, dog. Come on, you're almost there. Oh. Yes, you're almost there. Come on, dog. You can do it.
So what a legendary bit, man. I'm over here with Stitches. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney. We ain't making light of obviously the situation, but comedy definitely a huge medicine in sad times and stuff. Also, so I guess is obviously we remember the memories of those guys who were unfortunate and lost their lives in the situation. We do hope that one day, obviously, some justice is found for their families and they can, hold somebody in account, those who truly were responsible and stuff,
It was a cold case, even the fact of how Ron Goldman died. He didn't even have to die. You know what I'm saying? She left her glasses and he wanted to go over there because he was sprung and trying to, you know what I'm saying? She probably gave him a taste or whatever. He ran back over there. You know what I mean? And then they ice baby his ass from being over there. You know what I mean? But we making a little light of it. But rest in peace to the people who really lost their life. You know what I'm saying? Serious thing. So, but I don't think OJ did it. That's my call on it.
Yeah, I'm ready with the juice also, man. So I know there's gonna be a lot of people who disagree in the comments. There's generally, especially even to this day, it's still such a polarizing thing. Even anytime you see OJ discussed, even if it's anything that is non-related to even the case, people are always in the comments bringing it up. So it's something that he's gonna have. It's always gonna be attached to his legacy, and he's gonna have to live with it, which he is. He doesn't seem to be holding no punches about it. Lastly on that note, he did have some stuff to say about the Kardashians and stuff, denouncing that he was the father of Khloe Jenner.
Right, that's what the rumor was, but he definitely cleared that up. Like, that's not happening. And he actually, threw a bombs over Baghdad on Kris Jenner. You know what I'm saying? Like, they make it seem like she was the shit. He was like, man, I was messing with supermodels. First of all, she was all right, you know what I mean? But she had shaded him and threw him under the bus, you know what I'm saying, as he explained. So, it is what it is, square biz. Like I said, I'm still rolling with the juice.
Yes, how that goes, So 2023, we're here. We're definitely looking forward to seeing what unfolds this year. We're sure there's going to be a lot more surprising interviews and podcasts and things of that nature as this sort of realm and arena grows. Maybe we'll have the juice one day ourselves as a guest. That would be something quite epic.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wouldn't ask him, certain questions, but that's still a man of history. You know what I'm saying? The nigga you love to hate. That's what they call him.
Yeah, I mean, most of my questions will probably be geared around his tenure in the Naked Gun movies, playing Officer Nordberg.
Right. Running through the airport and Hertz commercials and shit, you know what I mean?
Catching all the babies flying and all that, you know. Yeah, no, but
he still was dope though when he played football though. You know, for the NFL when he played for Buffalo, he was. You know, that's where he's the reason why we can still talk about him to this day, 30 and 40 years down the line. You know, because he was a hell of a player.
He had a solid run, man. Obviously, a lot of his sports stuff was before, you know, my time as such. But, you know, with him rolling on into like movies and stuff like that and keeping his name and legacy alive, it was, you know, his work was definitely still well documented, going from like even the 80s to the 90s upwards and stuff. So, as you said, man, we're going to wind down on this one. And we're going to be back soon. Yeah,
man. 2023, boy. You dig? You feel me? Big up about that online, suckers.
Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on outtheonline.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content.